My friends, Donkey Kong Bonanza is looking like one heck of a game. We talk about it today. Welcome back to the Mario Matter, your favorite Nintendo podcast, episode 145. I'm your host, Nintendo Switch 2 YouTuber EmSwizzle, still getting used to saying that. And you're here looking for a Nintendo podcast. What is on today's program? You are probably wondering. First things first, me and our guest today talk about Nintendo news, everything going on in the world of Nintendo. We talk about that as of this week. Then we talk about the Donkey Kong Bonanza Nintendo Direct. That was some big stuff. We talk about it. After that, we answer your questions you asked us, and our guest today is none other than Infinite Bits Nintendo YouTuber. He makes all sorts of cool things. Brad is an awesome guy, over 500,000 subscribers, makes cool reaction stuff, Mario Myth videos. He's very cool, nice guy. We talked to him today. If you want to skip to any point in this podcast, timestamps are down below. Skip wherever you want. Skip right to the Donkey Kong stuff, whatever you want to do. With that said, let's get to talking to Brad and get to some Nintendo news. Let's go.
Welcome to the Mario Matter, the #1 Nintendo podcast.
Brad, welcome to the Mario Matter. You are single-handedly saving my guest episodes because the past 3 episodes we've had no guest. How's it going?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to be here. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have a good show today. So let's do it.
It will be a fantastic show. Quick little backstory. We met at PAX. I had never met you before, and I was like, you're on the podcast. So I'm glad that we can finally do it now. Very cool.
Yeah, it's good to be here. We met through, I guess, a mutual friend, Russ Vandy, a good friend of both of ours. So he brings everyone together. It's cool.
Oh, it's just beautiful stuff. But something not very beautiful that we can talk about to kick off the show here. This week, I would say, is lacking a touch in terms of the Nintendo news juiciness. So we do have one story and then a talking point that we can get to. How do I even start this? There's no introductory, guys. 2,800 Nintendo Switch 2s have been stolen from a delivery truck. I thought this was a fun story to start the show off with. I'll read you some details. We can talk a little bit about it. So, a delivery truck... Oh, sorry, good.
No, I didn't even know that was a thing, but okay, what a start we got here.
A delivery truck was broken into, but the driver didn't realize until an inspection. The driver was headed to a GameStop in Texas, so that's kind of where this happened. And in total, it was 2,810 consoles. We can't forget about the extra 10. I said 2,800. I said we can't forget about the extra 10. And all in all, that was valued at over $1.3 million. So big old crime here. And there's no suspects yet. But if there's any sort of developments, I will cover it on the podcast. I mean, there's not much to elaborate on, Brad, but any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a console to get, it's the Switch 2. Because when have you heard of the Wii's being stolen like this? That's all I can say.
I feel like I did kind of hear of that when they were hot. Like,
dude, were you born when the Wii came out?
So I was. No, I was born a week later. But I used to make shorts on like Nintendo stories, and I could have swore maybe it was Wii U's were stolen. Wii U's were stolen. But
really?
Anyways,
the console no one cared about, people steal. Okay.
I guess so.
Irony. Yes.
So that happened. I mean, like, it's not like we can sit here and debate whether or not they're going to... Like, there's no further explanation or discussion here. I just thought that was a cool story. So,
we're starting off with...
Criminals, we start with.
Donkey Kong and criminals.
Heck yeah, it's a fun podcast. But let's talk about something that actually has a bit more... weight to it. I wanted to bring up this talking point because I was asked this on my stream yesterday and then by a few people after the fact. Brad, so our main topic today, and we'll get into it in a few minutes, is the Donkey Kong Bonanza Nintendo Direct. We saw a lot of cool things in there. We're all excited about this great game. But now I want to talk about this with you because, a lot of people this month were expecting a June Nintendo Direct, and
very true.
Now that we have the Donkey Kong Direct out of the way, it seems like we may not get that June Direct. So I wanted to talk about whether or not we will get this Direct. Let me ask you, June 19th, as of recording, Bonanza Direct over. Are we getting a June Direct, or do you see one happening in July? Not at all this summer? Let me know.
All right. Let me think. This is something I haven't thought about recently.
Right.
Kind of just
you don't strike
Mario
me as
Kart
the kind of
World.
guy. Right. You don't strike me as the guy who's like maybe following all the news. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Unless there's a Nintendo Direct, I'll usually hear about it like a few hours after it's announced and then just watch that. But no,
Right.
I don't follow the rumors and stuff because I don't want to be spoiled, one, and half the time they're wrong, two. I don't know, it gets exhausting. It makes the games better when I go in like pretty blind. But okay, in terms of directs, I do like the June directs. Did we do one last year? Actually, yeah, we did. We 100% did.
Yes,
I did a reaction, or July. It was somewhere around there.
June,
That's kind of true. What is it? Oh, yeah, it's June 19th. No, I don't think we're getting one at this point. There's 10 days left. I do see like a September direct. I think that'd be the closest. Because Switch 2, I mean, they kind of dropped all their news at this point, right?
Right.
You get Donkey Kong. What? But what?
Drag X Drive, the wheelchair basketball, Metroid Prime 4. Where do you put out all these Splatoon Raiders, all these release dates for these games? Do you tweet them all, or like, what do you do?
Oh, the release dates. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you
Right.
tweet them. No, you just shadow drop a trailer on Nintendo's YouTube channel. They're pros at that.
All three of them? But there's also like that Drag X Drive game it's coming this summer.
Right.
We know like nothing about that game.
Drag
am I
X
wrong?
Drive.
Do we know
Is
enough?
that the wheelchair one, or am I just wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, not gonna lie, that game looks pretty boring. But for the people who are excited for that, you must be waiting and wondering what's going on, because I don't know a thing about that. I could see that. Hold up, being like a September type release, and then Metroid. Is that a release, or was that for September?
It's not slated for September, but that's when I'm like kind of predicting.
Okay,
it'll drop.
And Kirby Air Ride, that's this year, end of year, or am I wrong?
That's got to be like November. It's not confirmed to be, but like, I just know these things. I've seen it happen a few too many times.
See, the thing is, there's a lot of series I don't care all that much about being released. Like Donkey Kong, I love. This game's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
Kirby Air Rides, I've heard really good things. Never played it, so I'm not like attached to that. And then Metroid, again, like I don't know, something about that series. It's fine, it's great. I can't get into it, but
okay,
I
can respect.
So maybe there's a 3D Mario in the near future that I could see. But at the same time, with Donkey Kong, like it's kind of killing the chances. Maybe Odyssey DLC Switch 2. I think that'd be the best bet.
That'd be nice. So you're leaning no summer direct, even like a mini or like a partner showcase, maybe. Or no?
Good point. Yeah, I guess when was the last direct? Was it the Switch? That was like a few months ago.
March 27th. Yeah.
No, I guess when you put it like that, I should go back on that answer. It would make sense to have a July direct, maybe a week before Bananza or a week after. All right, that's my new bet. I'd take back the first statement, July direct.
I see.
Boom.
That's what I'd like to predict as well. I just feel like they don't really do like July directs, so it'd be kind of weird to see. August they could do. They've done like game focused directs in August before. But I don't know. At this point, I lean no June direct. If there is one, it's in July. But like, man, they just tweeted out. Did you see that Splatoon Raiders game? Like, they just tweeted that one day. Like, they can tweet whatever they want, I guess. No,
that's what I mean. Like, they haven't done a July direct, but they haven't done like a Kirby Air Ride in 20 years. They haven't done a 3D Donkey Kong game in like 30 years. This is Switch 2 era is a new era of Nintendo, which I kind of like. I'm all here for. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to most in this era. Like side topic, side tangent. But all this stuff is like brand new. Even the Switch, like it was new. Like Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. That was like crazy stuff. But this is like weird new. Almost like GameCube era type thing. You know what I mean? It's
like you don't know what's coming next. Next thing you know, we got wheelchair basketball. We got...
There you go.
I won't say what I was thinking of. No, I'll stop. We're going to get a bunch of different things here. So yeah, we'll see, man. But so if we're betting on a direct, it's July, right?
Yep. If I had to place money on it, which I wouldn't, but if I had to, I would.
I see. All right. Well, we will see what happens. I just feel like last thing, they like announce too many games and like they don't announce the release dates. Like same thing happened last year with the 1,000-Year Door and Luigi's Mansion 2. They like didn't know where to announce the release dates, so that they did it on Mario Day. Like they need to just stop with like the 2025 and just give me a month or something. Like it's just confusing. I don't know.
I know. I think June Direct should just be a thing. Like E3's canceled fully, which sucks. But people, you got to live it on in spirit, to be honest. I miss E3. Exactly. That was the most fun time in the Wii U era. I just get hyped for all those directs. So
we could have met at E3 instead of PAX. There's nothing good at PAX this year.
Yeah, PAX was interesting. I think we're all kind of underwhelmed at our first PAX, but we've heard like so many good things. It was all of our first PAX convention. Not like I've been to VidCon, so other conventions, but me, Russ, all went to PAX for the first time. And we're like, where's Nintendo at? We came here for that. It didn't even show up.
We all were there. Yeah. For that.
But maybe PAX Prime would be better.
Go ahead.
No, I'd say maybe PAX Prime would be better. Like a lot of people are hyping that up. So yeah.
The only good thing about PAX this year, don't say it if you know, but remember when you were typing the guy's name into your phone?
Yeah.
And, yeah. Dude, I'm never going to get... Okay, sorry. We shouldn't talk about inside jokes for our listeners because they're just going to be great. What's the joke? Dude, I'm never going to get over that. It's crazy. I'm never going to get over that.
Yeah, we had a lot of good inside jokes. That's the best thing that came out of it.
It was great. But something that isn't great that, once again, like the truck story, we can't get into a deep discussion on, but I wanted to bring up because it was interesting. Switch 2 users are reporting bulging back panels. Brad, have you had this with your Switch 2 yet?
No, I have not. But I saw the screenshot you sent, and that is wild. Like, I'd be pretty annoyed if that was mine. Like, I don't really touch my Switch or use it in or I'd use it, but I don't use it in handheld. Like, I don't touch the console and use it like in handheld. I just leave it at the thing. I just touch the controller, So I don't really mess around with the Joy-Cons and all that. Like, I brought a Pro controller and just use that mainly. But I don't know if that's even related, if it could just happen from overheating or whatever.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you are a Pro controller guy. You are?
Yeah, definitely. Over the Joy-Cons, I'd say. Well, okay, I was going to ask, do you know if this bulge thing was from handheld play or was it from the TV?
So I wouldn't know. But I do have good news. Nintendo is investigating it. That's all the good news there is. So we'll see what they can do. I bet they'll offer. I mean, they have to free repairs because isn't there a 1-year warranty or something like that? It sounds right.
I don't know. There's too much to read. I didn't read any of that.
Too much to read. But hopefully, if that happened to you, you will get your Switch 2 repaired for free.
Exactly.
Because we can't talk much about that. How do you like the Switch 2? Obviously, you told me that you were going to be away when it released. Right. Was it hard to watch everybody get theirs and you're or did you get one there or what happened?
No. Okay. So he's talking about, I was in Italy when the Switch 2 launched. At first I was like, okay, I want to get home. I want to just grind out this Switch 2.
Right.
But I find a lot of the first videos on YouTube, at least, I don't know, they didn't get a lot of hype around them. It's a lot of people still don't have it type thing. The Switch 2 console videos definitely do, but the Mario Kart World stuff, that's what I was focused on. I almost don't mind that I'm spending a bit of time just looking into it, finding stuff that you don't find in the first few days, really get a good dive into it and then do the videos on that. So I'm not too worried about it now, but during the time I was I kind of just want to be home. I think I missed the launch by 2 days. So I came back.
Oh yeah, it's not bad. I thought that it was a week or something. Okay, I didn't know.
No.
Yeah, but you make a fantastic point. Console videos are doing well, and I don't blame these people for not wanting to watch Mario Kart stuff because if I was an 8-year-old, I didn't own the game yet, I wouldn't want to watch it either. So I don't really blame them, But that's a great point because I noticed that me and Russ were talking about our Mario Kart reviews didn't do as well.
Right.
And it was kind of confusing, but it also made some sense. So
yeah, that's what I'm
interesting
thinking.
Stuff.
That's why I don't mind waiting. I mean, I got a video for this weekend, or I don't know when this is coming out, so maybe it's already
Saturday.
out. But Saturday. Okay, so it'll be out the same day. It's
cool.
The same, or it took a lot more than a day one video. It's 100 things players hate. So, it's a lot of things to get. So I don't mind having this bake a little in the oven first.
Does the thumbnail have you pointing?
It does not. It does not for once. So.
Okay.
We're mixing it up here.
No, I was gonna say if it did, it was gonna be a banger. But if it doesn't, I'm sure it'll also be a banger. I'm not saying that it won't be. I'm not saying that it won't be. I was just gonna be that's a banger. But ruined the joke because now you said no to that answer or to that question. So
only if it's creepy. I point.
Didn't work. Okay. So this is like 100 things that. So do you have a mad face?
Yeah, I do.
Banger. Okay, banger then.
Okay,
banger. There you go. All right, but let's stop the dilly dally, the freaking switch to. Let's get to what maybe you want to talk about, and what I want to talk about, and whatever everyone wants to hear. What you freaking clicked for. The Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. Let's go ahead and get to talking about that. My friends, if you were on the interwebs on Wednesday, June the 18th, you might have seen the Donkey Kong Bonanza Nintendo Direct presentation. It was 15 minutes long, and we got a lot of big announcements in this Direct regarding the game itself, and we're here to break it all down, talk about it. I did my video yesterday giving my thoughts, but today is an extended thoughts session thing, and we have Brad here to break it all down. So let's just chat, man. Let's just chat. Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, you watched it.
Yes, I did. I was a few hours late, but I did watch it.
What did you think?
Man, it's pretty wild. I gotta admit, I think that's the general consensus online. Everyone's like, okay, the Nintendo is cooking with this one. Like, it's it's more than I expected. But there's a few things that I just think are weird. And I haven't heard a lot of people say, and that's honestly fair because what they showed was so hype. But you know what? Playing a bit devil's advocate, I'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, overall, it's looking really cool. I gotta admit. What do you think?
It's so crazy for me because I thought I had seen like all the game already. You know, like you can break all the world, and you know that little rock dude. Before we saw Pauline was like on his back, like, oh, you know, that's the companion, and you know, you run around the whole time, and then you watch the Direct, and it's like, oh, Pauline's in the game. You got amiibo functionality. We can go in order here, but like, you know, there's customization and there's new skill. Like it really felt like I had only seen like 10% of the game in like all the Directs, and that's probably true. So it was great to see. Let's kind of go in order here. Yeah. So Direct starts, Pauline is shown. What are we thinking? Like, good addition, meh, or like weird? Like, what do you think?
No, I actually like it. I like it over that rock guy, to be honest. A rock girl, as we now know. Yeah, no, I think it's cool. I like your design and everything. I guess this is a prequel we got going. But it's cool they're adding to the lore, I gotta admit.
I like it. And I'm not sure if you saw, Nintendo came out and said this is a 13-year-old Pauline. So yes, definitely prequel type stuff. I'm not sure how old she is now, but
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, she's about 13 in this game. So that's interesting info. I could tell that she definitely looked younger. It didn't seem like grown adult Pauline, but yeah.
Oh, also, side note, I'm gonna call it now. When they revealed Pauline, I think when this game comes out, it's gonna have like DLC for Mario Kart World. And Donkey Kong, Pauline are getting costumes. Because each of them, they're like big characters and they have 2 outfits. And then Diddy Kong might be added in the game too.
Last week, we just talked about this. We were like covering this like fan theory. We were like, you know, they both have 1 outfit. Whereas like, bro, like baby Rosalina has like 5. We're like, it makes no sense.
Nah, doesn't at all.
Pretty obvious DLC incoming. Do you think that happens like launch day for Donkey Kong or later on?
Yeah, launch day. I think it's gotta.
Okay. Yeah, I could see it. It makes all the sense. So I would take that. And then we see Pauline. What are your thoughts on Nintendo somehow, for whatever reason, having this obsession with animals? We have Elephant Mario, and then we have Zebra Donkey Kong and Ostrich Donkey Kong. Do we like this, or is it just getting to be like they're trying too hard to add some new feature?
You know what? I never really drew this connection until you pointed it out just now. But yeah, that is true. They are going hard with the animals. Maybe it's just marketability. I guess like pets and stuff. But at the same time, no one realized an elephant is a pet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess Donkey Kong it fits though. So that would make sense. Like
Does
this game,
though?
Yeah, like he's always got the animal buddies and stuff. And then this one now he is the animal buddy. Though Rambi is in this. They revealed that too, like the rhino.
Yes.
But this game, it doesn't really feel like Donkey Kong, if you know what I mean. Like, that's the one thing that's kind of throwing me off. Like, okay, at least compared to the Donkey Kong Country ones. Like, those ones, the jungles felt like Donkey Kong, like, specifically.
Right.
This one's, like, really weird. Okay, I guess I'll just get into it now. It almost has this weird vibe, this game. Like, you ever play Wario Land on the GameCube? Or Wario World?
A little
Wario
bit,
World,
but
sorry.
a little bit, not the full thing.
Okay, that game was just, like, weird. You could just swap Wario out for, like, any other character and just fit. And that's what I feel was throwing me off about this one. This game just looks like weird. We got like rock monsters. We got just environments that aren't Donkey Kong-esque. But you could like swap Mario in or swap another person in and it would just fit.
I see. Yeah.
Maybe I just like the Donkey Kong Country series too much and the designs there. And I wish it was like 3D Donkey Kong Country. But that's the one thing that's throwing me off. It's weird, man.
I don't disagree at all. But it almost feels like the next natural step because like in the last game, Tropical Freeze, like all the bosses, and maybe I'm wrong, do you feel like those guys fit? Because like I'm underwater here and there's some big like pufferfish dude. I'm like, he's not really Donkey Kong-esque, you know? He's just like a dude, you know?
Fair. I don't know. I felt those did fit though. At least those felt Donkey Kong Country. Like Tropical Freeze did stray away a bit. But I feel at least fit somewhat with the original trilogy.
Makes sense.
I don't know. And I think it should bring back the Kremlins. That's another side note.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe King K. Rool is the big bad guy controlling that little like corporate trio.
The Void Co thing.
Yeah, the Void guys. So, I don't know.
We have yet to see, man.
Exactly.
We will see for sure. So, Pauline, zebra, ostriches.
Yep. Got it.
There was another part of the direct that I thought was beautiful. I mean, there's a couple we can keep on going for days here. What do you think? What do you like this in games? Because I was hyped about this, but I had some people saying like it's lame. Do you like? So the game is announced to have like an upgrade skill tree where like you earn skill points and you can upgrade Donkey Kong's like strength, his senses, and all that. Do you like that in games?
Yeah, I think it's good. I know it's weird. That's why I'm surprised they put it in. Because in Breath of the Wild, I swear they like specifically tried to avoid that. Like they let you upgrade armor and stuff, but they didn't let you upgrade like your skills or whatnot.
And
but
like strength in that.
Yeah, I think Nintendo thought that was like too complicated for like their audience. So I'm actually glad they're finally doing some sort of skill tree. I'm pretty pumped.
I like it. I remember playing. You ever play any of the Disney Infinity games?
No, not at all.
Yeah. I was like
cool.
prime target audience, and they had a skill tree in Disney 2.0. I was like, this is the greatest thing of all time. I loved the system. So I like when it's in games. It's not in, a whole lot of Nintendo games. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Maybe here and there, like Paper Mario kind of has, like badges, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I guess partially maybe, but it's not all. It's not like a skill tree thing. So I love it. I will take part in it. It's cool because it makes me want to play the game more than I should, and like get all the unlockables. So
like I really got into skill tree in like Skyrim in the day, and that was so fun. Just upgrading your guy, and it gave you incentive to explore. That's what I'm thinking. The best part would be for this one because it seems like these worlds are huge. There's going to be a ton to explore and destroy. I guess the biggest thing I'm wondering about this game, how much can you destroy? Can you literally just break everything and just have a flat plane? Because I don't think you can. I think there's got to be a limit.
There must be. I'm sure that you can like take chunks of mountains, but you can't break everything. Because if you could,
that'd be wild.
There's no game to play. It's just like, it's just flat. So yeah, we'll see. Probably like elevated areas. Like I saw, there was a point in the direct where he was like double jumping up to some area. Like I'm sure you can't break those places down, like where you need to go. But everything else is probably gonna be fair game.
Yeah, like the platforms where the star's on or the bananas,
right?
Whatever
Like you
it
can't.
is.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Something else. We move along in this direct, not fully in order, but that's fine. We have something that I like. Customization. You can customize Donkey Kong's outfits, fur color, Pauline's outfits. I mean, listen, this reminded me and pretty much confirmed to me like the Mario Odyssey talent worked on this game. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean that looks cool. I'll probably just leave the default skin unless there's something really cool. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't hurt. I like there's a photo mode. I think I'm more hyped about that than the skins.
Really? Really?
Yeah. I mean, the photo, I guess for thumbnails, I think that'd be the coolest thing.
Oh, you're shots. Like content brain. That's why. That's why. I saw photo mode and I was like, I don't know why they're obsessed with photo mode. Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, now Donkey. Like, why? I'm not sure why photo mode is their new obsession, but I'll take it.
I think I have a good idea. It's social media, so you can post and share all these things and just promote their game.
That makes sense.
It's got to be that.
That makes sense. But they should have an easier way to do that because you can't even post to Twitter anymore on your Switch. So, I don't know. I mean, you make a great point. I'm sure that's why you can take so many photos. Do you think that that'll be a normal thing in every game? Like, is the next freaking Zelda gonna have a photo mode?
Yeah. I mean, the last one had the selfie mode. So
right. Oh, yeah, didn't it? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Have you played a Zelda game? Or is that too much of a
believe me,
series?
I have. Okay. Believe me, I have. I just like totally forgot.
No.
Okay. Have you played a Zelda game?
No, some people say that's like, that's a boomer series, it's just for old gamers. Yeah, okay, thank you. Zelda's a lot of fun.
Okay. It is. Trust me, I have. That makes me sound terrible. There's no photo mode. Okay, I'll stop. I'll just shut up.
To be fair, it was very limited, so to forget it, like, it's pretty, like, not that useful. And you couldn't, like, move the camera, like, from you, like, freely from you, like you can in Odyssey and the Mario Kart game, Mario Kart World. That one. So, yeah.
Very cool. What do you think about the teleportation, the teleports in Bananza?
I mean, if it didn't have a teleport, I'd be more confused. Like, I thought it was just like, okay, that makes sense. You have it. Like, Odyssey has it. Breath of the Wild has it. Every, like, open world game pretty well has it. So I was like,
essential.
Cool.
How do you feel about the eels being the people who teleport you? Because we were just saying how these guys don't fit, or, the rock dudes don't fit in Bananza. Right. Do the eels fit? Is that more country-like? A little bit, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit. I think a little bit. Are they just the teleport guys? Or do they do anything else? I forget.
It seems like they're just the teleport guys. I have not booted up the game, but that seems to be they like pick you up and then they take you to wherever teleport. I don't know why they felt the need to rename the whole feature to teleport, but that's what it's called.
No, it took me a sec. I'm like, teleport. I'm like, because it's an eel. I get it. I get it now. But yeah, I mean, they're just a character introduced for the teleport. I guess they kind of fit more the Donkey Kong theme.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be a pretty minor character, just the teleport.
Yeah, dudes. They are very prominent. We can get to more interesting stuff. That's kind of, here's what's in the game. Let's talk about this. So the game, as we now know, supports local co-op and game share. Okay, right. So you can add a player to, they can use the mouse mode and be Pauline, and you can like use the mouse mode to like shoot things, and like Pauline screams and like her words go flying, and you can use that to attack enemies, I guess, or break parts of mountains and rocks. You're kind of just shooting things while player one controls and plays the whole game. So it's minimal. However, I think the big story here, unless I'm wrong, you can play Donkey Kong Bonanza on the Nintendo Switch 1. Kind of.
Yeah, I saw that. Now, okay, no way it doesn't run on the Switch 1, right?
No.
You're emulating, it's running on Switch 2 and you're just casting it to the 1.
Right, yes.
Okay. That's I mean, that's interesting. I think, we've had a lot of 2-player modes similar like this, like Odyssey 1, Galaxy 2. Those are the ones I'm thinking off the top. It's a cool feature to have, not gonna lie. Will I use it? Well, that's another question. Probably not. But
will you
doesn't
test
hurt.
it?
Yeah, I'll test it. I'll see how it works. Maybe it'll be good for speedrunning. They like to use those 2-player modes for a lot of stuff. But yeah, I don't have a super younger sibling that's gonna play Donkey Kong with me to shoot some words. So probably won't use it.
Right? Yeah. Do you think it's smart they're putting it on Switch 1? I mean, it's tough because like it just kind of makes sense to do that, but it's like if somebody has a brother or a cousin who game shares the whole game with them, and the Switch 1 guy uses, Pauline to shoot the words, and they go through the whole game like that. What's that guy's reason to pick up Donkey Kong Bonanza, the guy who played on the Switch 1,
Wait, so, okay, but it can't run on its own on the Switch 1.
Right, but like you're playing as player 2, you see the whole story, you get a good enough experience. Like, it's not fun just being there shooting words, but like, for somebody who played the whole game as player 2 on the Switch 1, what's your reason to buy a Switch 2 and buy the game, sort of thing?
I mean, if you're willing to sit as the player 2 throughout the entire game, I don't think you're much of a gamer to begin with.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
If you're content with that, I think it's like more just casually. Like you have some buddies over. We're tired of playing Mario Kart. Let's play player, whatever, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it'll kill the vibe. I think maybe it'll get you hyped even more to be like the actual player.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
all right.
Or it's either for young kids or it'd be super unsatisfying just to be player 2 throughout the whole game. I think that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Me as like a 4-year-old would I would like it. I would like it. So anybody with 4-year-old siblings out there, just pass them the player 2 remote, and they'll be on their way. So that's good. There's an easy mode called the assist mode. You take half the damage.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this DK artist mode? Now, this was out of nowhere. I don't know what relevance this has with the game. I just thought it was really freaking cool. There was pretty much, for those who missed the direct, if I can put it this way, a Mario Paint almost, where you can like sculpt heads or sculpt like whatever. They showed you can like sculpt a Donkey Kong head and like paint on it. You can like paint his face on it. You can paint whatever on it. They showed them carving out like slices of pizza. They showed like you can just make whatever shape you want and paint on it. It's called DK Artist. It's a like side mini game, it seems like, in Bonanza. Couple questions. Right. 1, do we like it? 2, do you think it has any relevance to the main story, or it's just like a side thing that's for fun?
Ooh, okay. You know what? I didn't even think about question 2 yet. But all right, I'll start with 1. Do I like it? Yeah, this looks crazy. I'm all for these extra modes. Especially ones with like, only creativity as your limit, as corny as that sounds. But you know what I mean? Like, will I probably be painting and sculpting? I'll probably try it out, check it out the mode for a bit, maybe make 1 or 2 sculptures, and that's about it. But I'm so curious what people are going to share on like X or Twitter or like YouTube or what kind of...
It's going to be crazy.
What kind of sculptures? If someone's going to make David or something. But yeah, I'm here for it. I love these little side modes. It's so cool. Mm-hmm. And then, all right, is it going to be an extra mode? Could be. I mean, I feel like, okay, if it was, would they not have shown it off in the trailer? Like, in Link's Awakening, they had that little dungeon maker. And that was like, who ran, what's the guy's name? That little, Dampy the Gravekeeper. He ran the game to make the dungeons, and they showed that off in the trailer. So I feel if like Diddy or somebody was running the sculptures, they'd show it off. Unless it's some big reveal, like they're bringing back Funky Kong and they don't want to show him off. So yeah, but I go probably not. If I had to place bets on it, no.
Okay, I see. I probably agree. I don't think it has any relevance, because if it did, they'd show it off. They'd show Donkey Kong running with his head or something. They would show it, I think. So I think it's just going to be a side mode. But the only thing that confuses me is, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I didn't see it closely enough, but like they showed the pause menu or something where you could see like the amiibo icon and like a few other ones. I didn't see the sculpt icon on there. So that almost makes me feel like it's some NPC in the game, like kind of how you were saying that, like runs it. I don't know. Oh,
so you're saying like not an NPC, but if you can actually use your sculptures in some way. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I don't think will happen. I don't think that you can like use them, because they would have shown that, but I'm trying to think like, is it even somehow tied to the main story, or is it like, hey, you're on the main menu of the game, you can play the game, or you can do the artist. It has no relation to the game.
Yeah. I mean, I feel there's a lot we still don't know about this game, but
Mhm.
that I think they just say. They just say straight up.
Yeah. We will see.
Yeah. I
I
think like
guess
the
we can't really-
story could go crazy in this game. That I think
Mhm.
they're holding off a lot. With where she fell into some pit at the end, it's like Pauline, and she was like reaching up for
Yeah.
Donkey Kong.
She
something like
died.
that.
She died.
Wait, what was that? Hold on, your camera kind of glitched.
Oh, she died. I said.
Oh, she died. Okay, nice. Fun.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, she
No,
died.
you're good. No.
That's all that happened.
Well, they spoiled the ending. Thanks again, Nintendo, but it's okay.
Did you see they changed the cover art of the game to include Pauline now?
No, but you know
Yeah.
what? That makes
She's in
sense.
there.
Okay, so is this rock guy not even in the game? Was that just like a placeholder? Or did she
I
actually
have no
transform
idea.
mid-game? That's another
She
thing.
probably comes out of that rock, but that has to be like somewhat early on because she seems to be
Yeah.
a pretty big character. You know, that must
Yeah.
happen like in the first hour of gameplay.
Yeah, I'm wondering why then they made the rock guy in general. Like, why not just have Donkey Kong with no one on his back and then introduce
Mhm.
Pauline in this one?
I guess here's the thing though. Did you watch the Nintendo Treehouse gameplay
After this direct?
before? Like after the Switch 2
Like-
Direct, they had like those like 3-hour gameplay sessions where they would
Okay,
just
so-
play the games that were announced.
Like before this trailer. Is that what you mean?
Right, yeah. They were playing
No.
so long story short, they were playing Bananza for like an hour or two, and Pauline's nowhere to be found. Like the rock guy was on Donkey Kong's back for the whole time. So
Yeah.
maybe she's not in the game early on for like the first hour or two. So yeah,
True.
maybe she's later on. We'll see. I don't
That's
know.
true. But that's what I'm saying. Would that guy just be a placeholder for those
Yeah.
treehouse things? And like in the final
Maybe.
game, it's her the whole time.
I don't think so. I think that
Yeah.
that the rock dude's got to be a part of it.
Right. So because I don't know what's the difference. Maybe you upgrade a certain amount and then she comes out of the rock. Like, what's she doing in rocks anyways? Like, I gotta
Yeah,
know the lore in
exactly.
this. Like, come on, Pauline. And what are you doing in caves and rocks and getting lost? I don't know how you
And-
become a mayor by Odyssey. Like, you turn your life around.
I know. That's a real
Jeez.
360, man.
That is.
Oh, boy. And then a final thing that we can talk about, which is potentially the most outrageous, only because of the price. We got a brand new amiibo announced. Brad, amiibo are not dead yet. They're still in the game. They're still in the fight. We got a Donkey Kong and Pauline amiibo announced. It's Donkey Kong on some stones with his fist out, and Pauline is on his back. So let's cut to the chase. You know, looks all cute. Oh man, I'm gonna pre-order $30, Brad. Are we buying
30
it?
Considering I don't have any amiibo, no.
Okay, it makes sense. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
What are
didn't
they
know.
normally? Are they normally like $20?
They're like 15 or like
Oh, they're
16 and
15?
like
Okay,
or somewhere in
damn.
that range. But
Oh,
but
that's
ever
brutal.
since
Jeez.
Switch 2 is the new Zelda ones that came out, this one they're all 30. So that's like even when do you remember when Skyward Sword came out? The remaster in 2021?
Yeah.
They had that Zelda Loftwing amiibo, and that was 25, and that was outrageous. But this is 30.
Yeah, that's
I don't
crazy.
know. I mean, listen, I'll be honest. This looks like a $30. You know, it's $15 each for Donkey Kong and Pauline, even though they're both one figure.
Yeah, there you
but
go.
even still, like this might be worth $30. I can't lie.
Really?
And the amiibo gets you Pauline's diva dress early. So what the amiibo
okay.
does gets you a dress, but that dress is not exclusive to the amiibo.
Yeah.
So it's
okay.
like $30 for the
Uh,
figure and an unlockable that you can get later.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with amiibos. Like, do you lock it behind amiibos, like certain things no one else can get? Because then that would like piss off the people that don't want to get it. Or do you make it where you just skip the grind? Because that would make people less willing to get it. Like that would piss off another group of people. That's my point.
I think absolutely lock whatever you want behind amiibo.
Okay. All right.
Because that's
Interesting.
what makes owning it special. You know, they do
Right.
it with the Splatoon. Like you can't get amiibo stuff without the amiibo.
Yeah.
Did I make that
No, it
sound
makes
right?
sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
I
get
gotcha.
clothes, special clothes, without the actual figures. I think just lock whatever. And then, you know, makes people want to buy the amiibo. And then next thing you know, one amiibo turns into 2, turns into 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get a whole bunch. It gives you money, but
There you go.
I'm not, aside from like the money part, I think it just makes owning them cool. Like I bought a Koopa Troopa amiibo recently. Does nothing. What does he do? I don't know. He's just there. He works in Mario Party 10 and Mario Party whatever other one supports amiibo. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not that cool.
I don't know. It's not great, So lock everything behind them, That's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, no, I never got into the amiibos, but still, 30 seems like a lot. Especially with the Switch 2 stuff, I feel they're just cranking up the price because they can in a lot of eras. But yeah, I don't know. Like,
Bro.
Okay, how much was that Wolf Link? Like, I swear that was the big amiibo, and that was that 15 too?
I know. I feel like that was at launch. I don't know, but they re-released it. That might have been. I could be wrong. Like 20? Maybe it was 15. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
I forget now. I forget.
Granted, okay, I don't know. This really isn't a valid reason of raising the price, but I'm just trying to think out loud here. Maybe because there's so many more games now released with amiibo functionality versus when they came out, you can only use it like on a few new ones, but now you can use it on all these previous like Switch 1 games, Wii U games. So there's a lot more uses for it.
Right.
But still, $30 for like that little plastic figure, like that's pushing it. Now, do they still use like the Smash Bros logo as the base, or is that just in the Smash Bros series?
Just for Smash. This one's got like stones underneath him, like it's a whole Donkey Kong thing. Bro, you can either buy a Donkey Kong amiibo or 3 Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tours or Nintendo World Championships NES edition. Like $30 buys you a game. You can buy 1.5 copies of Stardew Valley. That's crazy. For a 3-inch tall, 5-inch tall figure, 4 inches.
No, it is crazy. I mean, if you're getting some amiibos, now's an expensive time to do so. That's all I could say.
It is.
Well, you can still get the old ones, I guess. Like, are they still 15? Yeah. Or they didn't like up those prices?
I think they are, because I went to a GameStop recently and that Koopa was like 15 or something like that. So I think, or maybe, oh man, was it 20? Oh, I'm forgetting now. I think it was 15. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think the ones that are released are like still chilling. And even I think in the Nintendo New York store when I was there, I think they were still 15 or so. So yeah, I think the old ones are safe, the new ones are doomed. But yeah, Amiibo ain't dead yet. So
I guess so. I mean, I never got into them. I guess because I like more of a clean gaming setup. That's kind of the style I want. So to have all these figures here, I think would clutter it. Unless I get like one or two, but I don't know. Yeah, I just never into them.
Wow, that kind of surprises me because most people usually buy like one, or two.
Yeah,
but no, you've never tried them before.
I didn't. I couldn't bother to look for them because I heard they're like really a pain to get, like super limited stocks, and then they're always like flipping, like people flipping them online type thing. Right. How rare they are. So I said, screw it. If I gotta, if I like a character, I'd get like not just this little figure of them. I'd get like something bigger, I guess.
Right. It makes sense. And then final thing that we can brush over, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong were in the game. Did you see that?
Let's go. I did. I saw that online after. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I didn't see them in the trailer. I guess they're on for like a super small time.
Yeah, I didn't see them.
They're running the races as far as I'm concerned, like the Ramby races.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's awesome. Good to see him there.
I imagine they won't play a big role just because, like, if they were going to, they would be shown more. Like even Cranky Kong was shown, given his own little like 10-second segment. They got no dedicated airtime, so I imagine that they're small characters, which surprises me because, bro, Diddy Kong and Donkey, like that's the duo, So I don't know.
Yeah,
he should be somewhere more prominent.
That's what I mean. It's like they're really stepping away from the Donkey Kong Country thing. I don't know if like they just want to try something new or they want to step away because like it was Rare's idea, all this stuff in the Country series, and they just want to make their own thing.
Makes sense.
I kind of miss it. Like I wish the Diddy and Dixie played a bit more of a role in this.
Yeah. Kind of sad, but overall, Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, what would you give it out of 10?
Okay, we're rating it.
Yes. We have to.
Now, do you knock points for it only being one game versus a Nintendo Direct with like 5 big announcements?
No. Like for what this was, 15 minutes of gameplay, like just for what it was going to be, what it could have been. Where do we rate that? Out of 10.
I mean, it was really good. I'd give it like a 9.2.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
What would you rate it?
Am I wrong to say that this is the best Direct of the year so far, including the previous March Direct?
Okay, there you go.
This is like, I went into this because I streamed my reaction. I was like, to be honest, and I hate admitting this after the fact, not excited by any means. I was like, I've seen the whole game. Like, I'm just gonna stream it so I can like cover it. But I'm really not expecting a thing. This, I knew maybe Pauline would be in there because it was leaked a while ago, like on some Korean cover art or something.
Nice.
Like Nintendo Korea leaked it. I was like, okay, maybe they'll show Pauline. You can customize. You got the skill tree. You got Diddy and Dixie. You got Pauline. You got the DK artist. You got the game share. You got the teleport. You got the zebra. You got the... There's so much stuff. I had only seen like 10%. You got the amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when I was watching it. It just felt like good news after good news after good news. I couldn't sit here and not give it like a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how to not give it. Like, I don't know how not. Like, there was nothing bad about, like, no, like, oh man, this isn't in there. Like, it was great. There's 2D, there's 3D. I like everything shown. I'm not trying to glaze as the Gen Alpha term goes, but like, bro, like, I couldn't ask for more in this Direct. I'm hyped for the game now.
No, I get you. Like, that's fair. I could see that. I could definitely see it. Like, everything I did see in it was really good, but it's almost the game itself. Like, if that was Smash Bros, I'd probably be more hyped. Same with Zelda or Mario. But that's kind of the sentiment. Like, nothing they shown was a concern. It was all hype. And considering like the Mario Kart World Direct, like that was pretty
terrible. Yeah.
People were going in like super low expectations. Dude, I didn't even think it was important enough. Like, I slept in for it. I totally missed the whole thing and just saw it a few hours later. But the surprise factor, I think, was what blew people away. And just the amount of, I guess also because it's not a Mario game. Like, if this was the new 3D Mario, it'd be more expected to go this hard in a game. But people didn't know like how much they're putting into a Donkey Kong game.
Right.
So it was crazy. They're like, oh, we got the corporate guys. We got Pauline. We got photo mode. We got Rhino races. We got sculpture class. We got multiple layers of the world. And it just kept going. So it's certainly cool.
Very good Direct. But folks, it is time to get to your favorite segment, the question block segment, where me and Brad answer your questions you asked us. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. You have made it to the question block segment. I'm trying to not introduce this segment. I say folks every single segment, so I'm trying to start things differently. You have made it to the question block segment where me and Brad answer your questions you asked us. If you want to ask questions to be on the podcast, 3 different ways. Number 1, what's the first one? I post a community post every Tuesday. Comment on there. Next, you can join the Discord server, link down below. Put your questions in there. Next, you can email mariomatterquestions@gmail.com. Not the Mario Matter at Gmail. Not my business email. Not Brad's email. mariomatterquestions@gmail.com. Okay? And first question is from Vortex856, who asks, Brad, what is your favorite special edition Nintendo console? Love the videos.
Ooh.
You go first.
Oh, okay. Guess first. I like it. Special edition. Like the ones with like certain IPs and stuff on it?
Yeah, you know, like Animal Crossing Switch, or like, Zelda 3DS or Galaxy 3DS, or, any of those.
What is it? Didn't they have a Resident Evil GameCube back in the day? Oh, boy.
That sounds right, but I couldn't verify.
Let me look this up. Or was it a controller?
That sounds right.
I'm looking this up. Resident Evil GameCube.
I wasn't born yet, so I couldn't really back up your story
console. Either that. No, it was the controller. They had a chainsaw controller. So that was my favorite edition controller. And then console, maybe the Pikachu Nintendo 64. That was cool.
Yes, that I know. Okay.
So those two. Nice. And I'm adding controller to that question too. Resident Evil chainsaw, controller and the Pikachu Nintendo 64. Those
Okay,
are
cool.
hype. Like those are so wild. They kind of make them more tame now, but like back in the day, like they made these editions wild. Like they don't even look like consoles.
Translucent stuff, and just cool. So
yeah, those are wild. All right, what are
I'll
yours?
do a controller too. I'll do
Okay,
controller and console. So console, that's tough. I mean, I don't even own my favorite console. I'd probably go. Yeah, I don't.
What's your favorite
but
console?
I should. I mean, sorry, favorite edition of a console.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I should say.
Yeah, that makes so
if
much
I didn't
sense.
own my favorite game console, that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah,
but
I'm about to say.
my favorite edition, I would love nothing more than to own. There's a Animal Crossing Happy Home Designers Special Edition Nintendo New 3DS XL.
That's
and I should own one. Yeah, it is. It really is. I should own one because if you buy them from Japan, they're expensive. It's like $250, but it's not like I can't own it. Like, save up the funds. One day I can own it, type of thing. I'd say that's my favorite system. Okay. Special edition controller would probably have. I mean, I don't know, dude.
There's so many. So many to go.
I don't really have any. Like, I mean, I have a couple.
I feel those are the things I have more. Because, like, you want multiple controllers. But if you get a special edition console, it's like, I kind of want just the base console,
I got it. The Mario Wii U Wii Remote.
Okay. The Wii U Wii Remote.
Have you seen that?
Is that just the red Wii Remote with, like, Mario's
No. It's like... It was like Wii U branded. It had like the whole Wii U logo on it, and it was it's red, but it has like blue on the back. The B button is brown, and it has like yellow plus and minus buttons. It's like the whole thing, Yeah.
So, that's cool. I like it.
I think that's cool. That's cool. Next up, Salmon's Animations asks, do you think the Switch 2 Lite, if there is one, Brad, will be roughly the same size as the Switch 1? That's interesting.
That is. Why would they go back though? In like, I guess the Lite, but I guess for the portability factor, yeah, that makes sense. It's a very specific question to ask. I gotta admit,
but it's interesting. That's like makes you think a little bit.
I think there's gonna be less bezel on the Switch Lite, to be honest.
Sure,
like more of a fuller screen, but yeah, I could totally see it. That makes sense. Now, would the Joy-Cons be stuck again?
Do you think... Sorry.
That's the other question.
Yes. Because that's what you get in a Lite. You can't get the full toy, You gotta get the Lite. It ain't as cool,
Yeah. So. I don't know. I still don't get the point of the Lite. I guess, like...
Cheap!
What, cheap? Yeah, but, like... Why is it cheap? Like, how much... does detachable Joy-Cons cost? Is my thing.
$100, I guess.
100. Yeah.
It'll be like $350.
That's true. What is it? So the Switch is $450 US.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm just seeing. So $350 for the Lite version. Yeah. Yeah,
Same
I can
as the
see
Switch
it.
OLED. So.
Oh, is it? Okay. Switch 2. Now, would it be just as powerful? That's another thing. Because the only reason Switch 2 is so powerful is because the dock. Like, there's extra fans in that. So how would it do like the 4K 60 or the
it probably
1080
wouldn't.
120?
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't. It would do 1080. It can do 1080 120, yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Same internals, just small and no dock.
Yeah.
Everything else though the same. Like exactly everything that Switch 1 Lite was to the OG Switch. Like exactly, you can't dock it, you can't take Joy-Cons off, but it runs all the same games. It runs all the games just fine. The same thing. Kind of like that in a sense,
Yeah. I'm more hyped for the other way. The Switch 2 XL. I think that could be fire.
Do we need that though? Switch 2 is big enough.
No, yeah, it's just the size of a monitor screen.
Oh boy.
And then it's just it's portable and handheld at the same time. It doesn't need to. No, it's portable and home console
TV.
At the same time. It doesn't need a dock. It just is the dock. You just carry a computer screen around with you.
How much would that cost?
$750.
$750.
Like a grand.
Okay, I see. Okay, well,
Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe one day we'll have the Switch to XL. That's like 2X. I don't know what XL.
Exactly.
That's like 3X, 2X.
2X. Well, they have to. It's the Switch 2, so they got to go 2XL.
That makes sense, dude. That makes sense. Oh, shoot. That makes sense now. But my take on this, yeah, I think if there is, and there should be a Switch 2 Lite, I think it'll be like almost a 1-to-1 of what the Switch 1 Lite is.
Yeah, I think so too.
No detachables. Well, $100 cheaper, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think it'll be like same size, dude. Have you held a Switch 1 after the Switch 2? Dude, it's tiny. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is kind of small. Because I did that like when you had to transfer the data. You need like both consoles next to it. Yeah, it felt a bit odd.
I don't know how I even played on that thing. And also like the home menu, it's so weird seeing the icons like not curved. It's so weird. It feels so terrible now. I can never go back.
So smooth. The original one was so blocky comparison.
Yeah.
Just the design.
Not good.
Also, okay, side note, while I'm thinking about this, you know the little release things on the magnets?
Yeah.
Is your left trigger looser than the right one? Because I'm like clicking the things. The right one like doesn't move when I put any sort of pressure. The left one like moves a little.
I think that's just you. Okay. You have a defective Switch too. I'm just kidding.
Could be. I mean,
I don't
there's a
think
lot worse
so.
things. Okay. So I thought that was weird.
You mostly do TV mode, right? So it shouldn't be a problem.
That's what I mean. I mean, I probably won't run into it. It's just the Joy-Con thing, but I'm like, damn, okay. So that's a thing.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have that bulging battery. It's gonna be a whole mess. You're gonna have to buy a new one. What do you think is gonna be the first special edition Switch 2? Pokemon?
I mean,
I thought Bananza maybe.
That's a safe bet. Pokemon. I don't think Bananza at this point. We're too close to reveal. Is there a new Pokemon this year? When is the one that revealed?
October 16th.
ZA, okay.
October.
Yeah, I could see that being a Switch 2 bundle.
Definitely. That's
whatever the fall game. It's definitely going to be a fall bundle. So whatever is... Right. Or is it... It's kind of too early to release a Switch 2 edition.
Right now it is, but October will feel right.
Okay.
Especially for Christmas time, you know?
Yeah. That'd be cool. I'd like to see... Or the Mario game. That'd be the one. Actually, no. Zelda like gets a special edition.
But like, what's the first one going to be? Because Mario and Zelda are kind of out of the picture right now, you know?
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe there's a sleeper Mario game. I think Zelda's out of the picture. But 3D Mario, we haven't had one in 8 years. Unless Donkey Kong, they're that confident in it. I feel Nintendo needs, like themselves, they need to put a Mario one. Like they always have that.
Yep. Even just like a red one. Like how they did for Wonder.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I'll take it. CJ, okay, Brad, hold on. I have to give you some background here for this question for the next one. So this guy CJ wrote me an email on one of the previous podcasts, and he was like, "Max, I need to make money for Switch 2," and I told him to start a lemonade stand. So here's his follow up here, not to the Switch 2 lemonade stand, but he says, "Hey Max, I have yet to get my Switch 2, but I now have $205.03. Dude, CJ, those 3 cents, bro.
Let's go.
Good on you. So everyone clapping up for CJ. Dude, we have to get this guy on the podcast when he buys his Switch 2. I gotta ask him how's it going, bro? So anyway, his question is, who do you use the most in Mario Kart World? Let me know.
Who do I?
I'm all over the place, man. I'm like
same
Koopa Troopa and like Donkey Kong and
Oh no, those are weird picks.
Wario. Oh really? Dude, the jogger or like runner version of Koopa, best costume in the game. I don't care.
Okay. I don't think I have that unlocked. But yeah, I never use Koopa. Very cool. I use like Waluigi or like Rosalina or like the crab guy or the fish.
Oh yeah.
Probably like Cheep. And you know the crab guy from Mario Bros Arcade?
I know. Sidestepper. Dude.
Sidestepper.
Isn't that his name? Yeah.
That. Those would be, those ones I've used.
I see.
I guess it all depends the stats, but you can use the carts to kind of even out the stats, versus like the heavy characters, use a lighter cart.
Right.
But I wish they'd show the stats of the character when you're choosing them versus like the combination of both of them in the cart section.
Are you like a Mario Kart pro? Like, are you really good and you like care about all the cart selection and like this combo and this combo, or it's the best in the game, or you just don't care?
No, I'm a Mario Kart noob, in fact.
Okay.
I'm more of like a platformer, like Mario platformer type thing.
I see.
But for like competitive Nintendo, I'm like Smash Bros. Like that was my game.
Okay.
That I play a ton of. Mario Kart, not so much.
Okay.
Like even the Wii one. That's why like everyone's hyped about the Wii one, because I guess it was super competitive with like Funky Kong and all that. But I never got into any of that. I just play them like super casually whenever I have like company over. But I wouldn't play them just like on myself, like my own. Type thing.
You strike me as a guy who's got like 4,000 hours in Mario Maker.
No, I barely play that too.
Okay.
Not into like builder ones. Just Smash Bros. That's my at most hours in a Nintendo game. But
like Mario Wonder, you have like 97 hours in.
Mario Wonder, what? I don't know, because I beat the game fully, like all the levels and the special ones. And then I just made a bunch of videos on it, and that's about it. So I have a good amount of hours in that, just from all that.
Okay, so Mario Odyssey, you have 8,000 hours in.
I have a good amount in Odyssey, yeah. But
okay,
Mario 64, I probably have 8,000 hours. Odyssey, not so much. Like 64 is my 3D Mario game. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, I have a ton of hours. Those are my Zelda ones. Smash Bros, the whole series, like every single one, I just rip forever. Like that's my most played Switch 2 or Switch 1 game right now. Ultimate, then Breath of the Wild, I believe. And then you're just like big Animal Crossing guy, right?
Yeah, I am. I got over 2,000 in Animal Crossing, but it's not like my personality. Like if you like, no one who watches this podcast would know I'm an Animal Crossing guy if I didn't mention Animal Crossing all the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I am definitely big Animal Crossing. I go like Animal Crossing, Mario franchise, Splatoon, Zelda. That's kind of like where I go.
Oh, really?
In terms of rankings.
Splatoon over Zelda. That's interesting.
Captain Toad over Zelda. I'm just kidding. But I mean, dude, Captain Toad's great though.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Now, you talking just Nintendo ranking or like all franchises?
Oh, yeah. Well, that might even be all franchise. Because I don't know what would beat it.
Okay, interesting.
I'm trying to think.
Like Call of Duty, Halo. You ever get into those?
Nah. No. Maybe like Club Penguin, but that's about it.
Penguin.
Webkins, possibly. Yeah. Moshi Monsters. You ever heard about these? Come on,
I know Webkins, not the monster one though. And Club
Moshi
Penguin,
Monsters is lit, bro. Get on Moshi. After this podcast, play some Moshi I'm just kidding. I have to edit this. But Moshi Monsters is sick, man. So get on that.
Lit,
get on
bro,
that.
Apparently.
Finally.
I got into Splatoon for a bit, like when it came out type thing. But I feel after a while, like when the meta gets so tough and you get to a certain skill point, like skill ceiling, I should say, it's like, I don't know, I just sweat too hard then when you're playing these multiplayer games and I got to do something else. Yeah,
it's a problem for me because I used to be like really good. Now I'm not as good. Yeah. So I'm like skill-based matchmaking-ified against like all these experts. It's hardly even fun anymore, but it's fine. It works. Maybe I should just like lose 50 games in a row and they'll like kind of demote me. So
yeah, there you go.
We'll see what happens there. Finally, I asked everyone last podcast to leave me a very sincere email. Not sincere, proper email, like very, MLA format, all that kind of stuff. So we got Emran here. Dear Mr. Max, I hope this message finds you in good health and high spirits. My name is Emran, and I am writing to you from Belgium to respectfully submit an inquiry concerning the prospective developments surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2. Specifically, I would be most grateful if you could kindly share your professional perspective on how the year 2025 to 2026 may unfold for this upcoming console, whether in terms of technological advancements, market positioning, or anticipated milestones. I sincerely appreciate your time and consideration in addressing my question, and I thank you in advance for any insights you may be able to provide. Yours faithfully, Emran. Okay, so
wait, is he asking a question or applying for a job? That's what I'm wondering.
So how do we see the next year of Switch 2. So let's make it easier. Give me 3 games unannounced, obviously, that you think are releasing in the next 365 days of Switch 2.
That's a tough one. 3 games next year, Switch 2.
I'll go first if you want. If you want to think.
Yeah. No, do it up after you.
3D Mario.
Okay. Really?
I think it's like next spring.
Spring?
Let's go with...
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's go with it, like in the next, like this could be months away. I'm going to go with the Metroid Prime 1 and 2 remaster.
Okay.
This like August or something, or like September. And then I'll go with... Okay, this is where it gets a little tough. Let's go.
No, I don't know what to expect.
Can I say a new IP, or is that too broad?
Yeah, you could say it. Yeah.
Okay, then third one is just something brand new that we've never seen before.
Oh, but you're not going to be specific.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to like...
I can be. Do you remember when they did that Nintendo Switch Online playtest? Do you remember that?
What year are we talking?
Last October, maybe?
No, I don't know.
So they did this thing where you sign up for a playtest. Like 10,000 people got in. I was one of them. And
nice.
They ran it for like, might have been more than 10,000 people. They ran it for like a week or two. It was like this private demo that you play from the comfort of your home. You download some software,
cool,
and you play it, and you had to sign like an NDA for it. And I'm just saying, like, whatever that game was, I think will make its way to Switch 2 in the next year. Because I'm not saying that it looked done, but it was like pretty cool, you know?
So you're saying, I know, I'm not trying to break your NDA, but you played a game that no one else has seen.
There was footage leaked online. Thousands of other people played it. It's not like top secret, you know? But I signed up. Like, any person can sign up if you have the expansion pack. I signed up. I won the lottery. They give you a download code. You put it in your Switch 2. I can show you it. It says Switch Online Playtest. I still have it. And you open it up, and it's like almost like a beta Nintendo game. So I think whatever that is could come to Switch 2. It was an MMO. It was like hundreds of people all in this world, and like you can all like interact. It was kind of cool. It was cool. So I think that'll find its way to Switch 2 pretty soon.
Okay. So those are your 3 ones, right?
Yeah. And it might not be the exact game. I think what they were doing was testing, like, okay, how well does this run with hundreds of people in the same... But something that came as a result of that playtest will find its way onto Switch 2.
Okay. Cool. I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank for this. Just because, okay, for Mario games, like the Odyssey team just did Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Right.
I was going to say Smash Bros, but Sakurai literally just did Kirby's Air Ride. And Zelda, we got Tears of the Kingdom like 4 years ago. Seems a bit new. Maybe Animal Crossing. I think that could be out.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
That's been a bit. That was 2020 when it came out. And considering the sales on that game, I think Nintendo's going to want that on the Switch too.
They should rush that out, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't know if anything's coming out this year. I think they've kind of revealed it. Or maybe one more surprise.
But like 2026, like what do you see? You know?
Okay, well, Animal Crossing, that's my one game for sure.
Because like this year, it's kind of all laid out and done.
Yeah.
Like we're talking spring next year. Mario Sports or something?
Mario. That's a
Has
good
to
point.
be something.
That's a good point. Maybe Mario Baseball. They haven't done that in forever. And if this is like the GameCube era, or maybe like a Mario Sports mix, but all the sports are pretty fleshed out, or a sports collection, you know? Like,
I don't know, because you can make your money separately, like tennis game, golf game, soccer game, and you make more that way. I don't know.
I mean, I would like them to do like a proper 3D Mario remake, but I don't know if that's coming. Like
4K Mario 64.
Yeah, but like from the ground up, like no, like you know how the Resident Evil remakes are, like brand new controls, brand new models, just the same world and challenges type thing,
but ground up. Yeah,
I mean, I've been asking for a Mario Sunshine remake for forever. Because that game is like half broken, half baked, and a lot of like super rushed. The game's like infamously super rushed and stuff.
They all
But
are.
what they have is like so cool in Sunshine. So if they actually do it proper, I think it'd be crazy. And then maybe actually a Zelda remake. I'm gonna say that.
That's
What
cool.
did we end on? Skyward Sword.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they kind of done all the remakes though at the same time.
Yeah, but you can do Twilight Princess and Wind Waker again because they were on the Wii U. You can do them again.
That's true. Maybe would they do it? No, they definitely wouldn't do a collection, especially with how
Doubt
they're
it.
pricing games and stuff. These would be standalone.
70
games.
each. No,
70 each. No, they actually would be. Actually, that'd be wild.
that'd be crazy.
Maybe 60 each.
Has to be.
No, I could.
60.
Honestly, I could see 70. It wouldn't surprise me at the same time.
Mhm.
So okay, Animal
Okay.
Crossing,
Mario
some sort of
Sports.
Mario remake, and Mario Sports. Or
Okay.
Animal Crossing, Mario Sports. Do I think there's gonna be a Mario remake? I don't know. There's got to be some sort of Mario game.
What happened to Zelda remake? Did we already drop that
I
off?
don't know.
Or is that part of your predictions?
It's kind of like the Mario and Zelda remakes are so like, I don't know if this is happening. I don't know
Right.
if they'd do this. Or I could see them going back and doing some series they haven't touched in a while. Because that seems to be a bit of the trend.
Mhm.
Like, what was big in the GameCube era?
F-Zero.
F-Zero.
Star Fox. I'm not sure if Star Fox was, but like,
Yeah,
Wait.
I know what you mean.
you know, like some like lost series or something.
Maybe Paper Mario.
Yeah,
Like a
that was
new
2020, so we could maybe see something.
I could see that. Maybe they might even go back to like the RPG type style. Like with a level up system and all that stuff.
Yep.
That I could see because they just remade Thousand Year Door. So they clearly are testing the waters a bit with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gave like 5 or 6 potential things, but I don't know if any of them are going to happen. And that is my answer.
We shall see. And if they do, we'll circle back to this podcast and say, we
The updated
were
one.
right. So thank you, folks, for listening to the Mario Matter, your favorite Nintendo podcast. Brad, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
If you
Thanks for
have
having
any, heck yeah, if you have any upcoming projects or you want to promote the socials, the floor is yours. Go ahead and do so.
Sure, yeah. I mean, Infinite Bits on YouTube. I got X or Twitter, Instagram, Infinite Bits TV, trying to grow that page. And yeah, what do I got coming? I got a few Mario Kart World videos planned. I'm working on, 100 Things Mario Kart Players Hate is out now, so you can check
That's
that out.
Saturday. Mhm.
It is. And then 2 more planned videos after that, but those are secrets.
Nice. Okay. We will tune into those videos for sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you folks next Saturday for even more Nintendo goodness. For now, adios.
Peace.